Recently, a surprising development emerged in Europe's defense circles. Reports suggest that Spain is considering the Turkish-made KAAN stealth fighter as a potential alternative to the US-built F-35 Lightning II. This marks a dramatic shift in Madrid's future air combat plans and signals growing European frustration with American defense dependence. But why did Spain suddenly take this step? And what does it mean for the future of the European air power landscape? Let's break it down. Spain's decision to step back from the F-35 program didn't come overnight. For years, Madrid had been under pressure to modernize its fleet and replace its aging F/A-18 Hornets and AV-8B Harriers. However, the proposed F-35 acquisition gradually turned into a political and industrial dilemma, one that Spain no longer found acceptable. Spain's strategic shift away from the F-35. At the core of Spain's decision lies its commitment to European defense autonomy. Madrid wants to avoid being locked into US-controlled software, maintenance, and upgrade ecosystems, the so-called sustainment monopoly of the F-35 program. Under Washington's model, every software update, diagnostic tool, and flight performance algorithm is controlled by the US, leaving operators with little to no access to the fighter's core systems. For Spain, that dependence raised serious strategic concerns. European countries like France and Germany share similar views, that relying too heavily on US defense technology undermines sovereignty and hampers the development of domestic aerospace industries. Another major factor was cost and operational dependency. The F-35 program has been criticized globally for its escalating maintenance costs, delayed software updates, and heavy reliance on US-based logistics chains. Spain, already committed to the joint Franco-German Future Combat Air System, viewed these issues as barriers to its long-term industrial independence. Political and industrial dimensions. Politically, Spain's rejection of the F-35 aligns with its ambition to support European-led defense projects and protect domestic industrial roles. The move reflects a broader European trend toward building self-reliant defense ecosystems that strengthen regional supply chains and reduce dependence on Washington's military-industrial network. Spain's decision also opened new doors for defense cooperation with Turkey, a NATO member that has rapidly transformed its aerospace industry. With the Turkish aerospace industry's KAAN now in the spotlight, Spain appears to be exploring a hybrid path, balancing European partnerships while tapping into Ankara's emerging defense technologies. The dilemma of the Spanish Navy. However, one critical issue remains unresolved: Spain's naval aviation gap. By abandoning the F-35B, Spain's only option for a short takeoff and vertical landing aircraft disappears. The Spanish Navy's AV-8B Harrier II fleet, deployed aboard the Juan Carlos I carrier, is nearing retirement by the early 2030s. Without a direct STAVL replacement, Spain risks losing its carrier-based fixed-wing strike capability altogether. The KAAN, though technologically advanced, is not a STAVL aircraft, which limits its use at sea. Nevertheless, Spain's consideration of the KAAN appears to be focused on its air and space force, as an interim, land-based stealth solution bridging the gap until the European FCAS becomes operational in the 2040s. The KAAN fighter jet represents Turkey's bold entry into the fifth-generation arena. Developed by TEI, the twin-engine multi-role aircraft incorporates stealth shaping, internal weapons bays, advanced sensor fusion, and modular software architecture. Its design philosophy blends Western combat standards with indigenous flexibility, allowing easier customization for foreign users. Unlike the F-35, the KAAN's software and mission systems are not locked under foreign control, which could appeal strongly to countries like Spain that prioritize operational sovereignty. Technically, the KAAN is powered by twin General Electric F-110 engines, but Turkey's indigenous TF-35000 turbofan, currently in development, is expected to replace them later this decade. The aircraft offers a payload capacity of up to 10 tons, superior to the F-35's 6-ton limit, and boasts cutting-edge avionics, including an Aselsan AESA radar and an advanced electronic warfare suite. These capabilities position the KAAN as a flexible, high-performance platform suitable for both national and export markets. A bridge until Europe's sixth generation arrives. The Future Combat Air System, the flagship European sixth-generation project jointly led by France, Germany, and Spain, is progressing more slowly than expected. Industrial disagreements, funding delays, and competing visions have repeatedly pushed back timelines, making full operational capability before 2040 unlikely. This delay leaves Spain with a widening capability gap, one that the KAAN could effectively bridge. The Turkish jet offers stealth, range, and advanced networking features without the political and financial strings attached to the F-35. If Madrid decides to move forward, it could procure a limited number of KAAN jets as a temporary solution, integrating them alongside its Eurofighter Typhoon fleet until FCAS matures, strengthening Ankara-Madrid defense ties. Spain and Turkey have already deepened defense ties in recent years. Madrid's decision to purchase 45 Herjet advanced jet trainers from TAI to replace its aging F-5M fleet marked a major milestone in bilateral cooperation. The deal included software integration and avionics customization, setting a precedent for future KAAN collaboration. Turkey, meanwhile, views such partnerships as opportunities to strengthen its geopolitical influence within NATO while expanding defense exports beyond traditional Asian and Middle Eastern buyers. Looking ahead, if Spain officially moves forward with a KAAN procurement plan, it would be a landmark moment. The first time a major Western European power has seriously considered a non-US fifth-generation fighter jet. Such a move would challenge America's monopoly on advanced combat aircraft and mark Turkey's arrival as a credible player in the high-end aerospace market. However, success will depend on two things: Turkey's ability to mass-produce the KAAN at a competitive cost and Spain's political willingness to break away from the US defense orbit. Either way, this story underscores one undeniable truth: the global balance of air power is shifting, and Turkey's KAAN is quickly becoming a central figure in that transformation.